Just this week, we learned that Iowa authorities have changed an illegal alien in the murder of, and they charged an illegal alien in the murder of a college student, Mollie Tibbetts. And you know, the amazing thing is that everybody was talking about Mollie. Beautiful, wonderful, incredible person. Everybody loved her. Everybody that met her loved her. And the father was saying, she's coming back, she's coming back. And I was watching and I was saying, maybe he's right. And this went on for a long time. When they found out that it was this horrible, illegal immigrant that viciously killed her, all of a sudden that story went down. They didn't want to cover it the way it should have been covered. But what happened to Mollie was a disgrace, and our hearts go out. We mourn for Mollie's family. In recent weeks, an elderly homeless woman in New York was allegedly beaten to death by a twice-deported illegal alien that was not supposed to be in this country. In the sanctuary city of Philadelphia, I went to school in Philadelphia, local officials released a previously deported illegal alien back onto the streets. After his release, the illegal alien raped a very young child. I won't even tell you how old this child was. Democrat immigration policies are destroying innocent lives and spilling very innocent blood. We believe that any party that puts criminal aliens before American citizens should be voted out of office, not into office. Nobody says it. Nobody says it. And, you know, that's not a very complicated formula. And, you know, a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm not going to vote for Trump, except when they get into the voting booth. That's what happened, remember? They went into the booth. They said, you know, is anybody watching? Trump. True. True. Common sense. Even the exit polls, you know, about 5 o'clock, people were coming out. Who'd you vote for? Well, I voted for crooked Hillary. But they didn't. We were a little worried with those exit polls, and we started winning every state. I said, something's wrong. That's okay. Whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes. To secure our borders and protect Ohio families, we have to elect more Republicans. You know, we don't have much of a margin. In the House, we have very few. In the Senate, we essentially were even. You know, they always say, we have a majority. We don't have we have to win by 10. Of course, I'd like to see that be 1 instead of 10. I would love to see that be 1. What a shame. But you have to win by 10. And I think in the Senate, we're going to do really well. I think we're going to really surprise people, Rob Portman. We're going to win a lot of seats. We're talking on the car in and the way in, and we're mentioning name after name who are doing great against pretty well-known senators. And some were sort of unbeatable, and now they're even in the polls against some very talented Republicans. I think the Senate's going to be a big surprise. The House is probably tougher. We have so many people running. We have a lot of chairmen that left because they're chairman for 6 years, and then they don't want to stay because they can't be chairman. The Democrats, you can be a chairman for 40 years. So, you know, so we have a lot of people really that, I don't know, Jim, I'm still not sure if that's a great policy, because we have a lot of chairmen that are leaving. And they're leaving because when you're the chairman of a big committee, you don't want to go back and just sit there and not be a chairman anymore. So I don't know if that's a good policy. I guess it gets other people up there, but in the meantime, we have a lot of chairmen that have no choice but to leave. They just, you know, just can't do it the other way. I understand it. I can fully understand it. So I don't know if that's a good policy or not. What do you think? Is that a good policy? I don't know. I don't know. I like a little more experience. I think we could certainly go longer than 6 years. But many, many people. But I think we have some good candidates taking their place. The platform of the Democrat Party is to raise your taxes, increase your regulations, shut down American energy, release violent criminals, and destroy American jobs. It really is. You know, I guess I could put it a little bit softer than that, but that's really their policy. Open borders equals crime, tremendous crime, the hardest kind of crime.